Right now at 10, a homicide investigation is underway in the town of Shelby after a woman was found dead in a home.
And a collaboration is helping keep old school materials out of landfills.
Plus, 3 Boy Scouts are spreading their wings after achieving the highest rank in the program.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. A person is in custody after a woman was found dead in the town of Shelby today.
According to a release, the La Crosse County Sheriff's Office was called to a home on Redwood Court where they found a woman dead. Officials have since made an arrest, but the sheriff is not releasing the suspect's name at this time.
The suspect is in La Crosse County Jail and held on a first-degree homicide police charge. The sheriff's office says the suspect will appear in court tomorrow.
A man charged with possessing fentanyl is in Trempealeau County Court today. 30-year-old Preshawn Johnson was pulled over at the end of May for speeding. Officers then discovered he was in possession of fentanyl and marijuana. He's charged with possession with intent to distribute, and today the court found probable cause for the arrest, so the case will continue. A pretrial conference is set for June 17th.
Police are now saying at least a dozen people were hurt in a rooftop shooting in Madison. The shooting happened on Sunday around 12:45 a.m. on the roof of Lux Apartments in downtown Madison. Police originally reported that 10 people were injured, with 9 hit by gunfire. But today, Police Chief Sean Barnes amended that total, saying 2 more people have reported injuries. Barnes says no one has been arrested in connection with the shooting, but that detectives are still investigating the incident.
The Chippewa Valley is welcoming 2 new urgent care clinics this month. Oakleaf announcing the new facilities in Chippewa Falls and Menominee. They say it's to address gaps in critical health care services after the HSHS hospital closures earlier this year. The 2 drop-in clinics are for patients with urgent but non-life-threatening injuries or illnesses. The clinic in Chippewa Falls is located at the existing Oakleaf Clinic at 855 Lakeland Drive and is officially open for business. Meanwhile, the one in Menominee will open June 17th at a former Prevea clinic at 2919 Stout Road.
The building housing a boutique in Chippewa Falls must either be repaired or destroyed. The order from the city comes after the floor of the apartment above it gave way and collapsed into the Iris Boutique last Monday. According to the city inspector, the damage from the collapse has left the building, quote, unfit for human use. The raise or repair order was sent to the building owner on June 4th. If the building isn't raised or repaired in the next 2 months, the city may take that on themselves and pass off the cost in the form of a tax lien on the property.
Well, a liberal judge is now entering the race for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Dane County Circuit Judge Susan Crawford launched her campaign today. She previously represented Planned Parenthood in a case related to abortion access. She's hoping to replace liberal Justice Ann Walsh Bradley, who announced she'll retire from the court when her term is up next year. With Walsh stepping down, the majority control of the state Supreme Court will be on the line. Crawford joins conservative Waukesha County Circuit Judge Brad Schimmel in the race.
Governor Evers is trying to increase the budget for the University of Wisconsin system. In an announcement to the UW Board of Regents, the Democratic governor said he will be requesting an $800 million increase over the state's next 2-year budget period. Evers said the increase is meant to prevent more layoffs, campus closures, and program cuts or consolidations. The announcement comes as 5 UW campuses have announced closures, and several campuses have been forced to lay off employees, shift funding, or make cuts and restructure portions of campus operations.
Police in Hoka are warning the public about recent black bear sightings. In a Facebook post today, Hoka police say there had been a black bear sighting in the Fremont area, with the most recent sighting being from across the baseball field. Police say the public should keep their garbage cans inside and bird feeders empty until the animal eventually moves on. Minnesota DNR has also been notified, and a bear trap will be set at the dog pound area. The public, in the meantime, should report any bear sightings.
Well, beautiful day in the Coulee region today. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Mid-70s, sunny, but we do have some showers coming through tomorrow, Greg.
Yeah, we do have some showers here, and it was a pleasant day. Actually, a little bit below average, where we should be around the upper, really around 80 or just in the low 80s. So comfortable conditions, low humidity, but it's going to change a little bit, but not for too much tomorrow. We do have rain coming in, but not for the morning commute. It's really after, probably around 10 a.m. for La Crosse. You'll see those showers come in, just light showers, not expecting anything heavy amounts of rain or thunderstorms. The same for Eau Claire, 50, and then we'll climb back up to the low 60s by noon. There's your system out to the west that's going to begin to push here. Otherwise, we're just going to see increasing high clouds, and it will take a while to see actually the rain show up, and it won't be after the morning commute. The one thing you will notice tonight, not quite as chilly last night. Temperatures will stay morely in the 50s, maybe a few areas up into the upper 40s. It'll be till we'll kind of break down when you will need those wipers. We do have some warmer conditions on the way for Wednesday and beyond. So if you like the 80s, they are coming back, but the humidity also may be arriving with that too.
Quite a trade-off there. All right, Craig, thank you.
Thank you. A Pride Month tradition is back for a third year at La Crosse Distilling Company. Each year, the company invites guest brewers to come up with a light summer ale to celebrate Pride Month. This year's guest brewers have created a blood orange and grapefruit wit beer. Tonight also included a Pride Trivia night to educate the public about LGBTQ+ history in La Crosse. One of the beer's creators says sales will directly benefit the LGBTQ+ community.
$1 from each of the sales of the beer goes to the Seven Rivers LGBT Resource Center. And that isn't just tonight, that lasts as long as the beer supplies last.
Last says past years have been so successful, they're brewing twice as big a batch this year to get it to last through June. He says they're also trying to sell it in other city bars. Any other bar that picks it up will also donate a portion of sales to Seven Rivers.
Well, 3 Boy Scouts are celebrating a major milestone. Tonight in Winona, 3 young men are becoming Eagle Scouts. The Eagle Scout Award is the highest Boy Scout rank and one that just 4% of Scouts nationwide achieve. And to earn the rank of Eagle Scout, they need 21 merit badges, have to prove leadership skills, and be approved by a board of review. Tonight's recipients say they've learned a lot from their Scout experience.
I really appreciate the leadership skills I've learned from scouting. Those might be my favorite. And I mean, it's been a great experience making friends and goofing around while becoming the best possible citizen I can be.
All the Scouts are planning on heading to college, and one of them says his experience in Scouts is inspiring him to pursue electrical engineering.
A local contractor and nonprofit are teaming up to help reduce waste and repurpose materials. Today, Weiser Brothers and Habitat for Humanity are salvaging usable materials from 2 Holman schools under renovation. Items like cabinets and lockers can be reclaimed and kept out of the landfill. Habitat for Humanity will repurpose them for other buildings and homes. The collaboration is part of Weiser Brothers' goal to be more sustainable with their construction practices. Community Outreach Director Natalie Hennigan says saving these simple items can make a big impact.
We can get volunteers on site to help with the salvage. We can make a really big impact in just a few days by salvaging all of this material at once. So we are very much interested in all the different types of school projects that are popping up these days.
So far, 314 lockers have been restored and sold to the public. Hennigan recommends anyone interested in buying the items stop by Habitat Restore La Crosse on Wednesday.
The La Crosse Area YMCA will be providing free meals to kids throughout the summer. The Y is partnering with the School District of La Crosse and the Salvation Army to bring meals to kids out in the community. The program is welcome to everyone 18 and under, and you don't need to register for a meal. It's part of the Y's goal to make sure every kid has access to nutritious meals.
So every summer we have recognized that the kids still need somewhere to get a meal every day, even though they're out of school. And so we've decided to step in and bring lunches to the community.
The Y will also lead fun enrichment activities to keep kids' minds and bodies active. The program will be available through a number of locations in La Crosse County, as well as one location in Monroe and Vernon counties.
Hunter Biden's fate is now in the hands of a jury.
The president's son faces charges related to lying about his drug use when he purchased a gun.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
You may not know what to make of Eric Hovde, but if you're getting older or have a loved one who is, Eric Hovde has a plan for you. Eric Hovde thinks people living in nursing homes should not have the right to vote. That's right.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Stripping seniors of the right to vote? Eric Hovde, what's wrong with this guy?
Here's to the Farm and Fleet dads, the ones who work hard and get the job done right, the ones who take pride in what they do and take the time to pass it on. This Father's Day, get your dad a gift he'll love. Like men's Ariat t-shirts, buy 2, get 1 free. New at Blaine's, this Charbroil gas grill, $209.99. Save $20 on this Simpson pressure washer, $3.99. Plus, a Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card makes the perfect Father's Day gift.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Wondering what makes Wisconsin Dells the perfect summer getaway? Let's find out. Let's splash. Let's play. Let's try something completely new. Let's make sure we do this again next year. Hey, I'm working up an appetite. Let's eat. Need a guys' weekend? Let's do guy stuff. Need a girls' weekend? Let's go, girls. Need a family getaway? Let's have some together time. Wisconsin Dells. Let's make this the best vacation ever. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
The fate of President Biden's only surviving son, Hunter Biden, is in the hands of a jury in the First Family's home state of Delaware. The 54-year-old is accused of lying about his drug use on a federal form when buying a gun in 2018.
His lawyers say he was in recovery and not using drugs at the time. CBS News correspondent Erica Brown reports from Wilmington.
The jury in the federal firearms trial of Hunter Biden went home for the night after deliberating for about an hour. President Biden's son is charged with 3 felonies in the case. At issue is whether he was an unlawful user of drugs or addicted to them when he checked off no on a gun purchase application in 2018. Prosecutors say Hunter Biden was in the throes of an addiction to crack at the time. The defense worked to convince the jury that he did not then consider himself an addict.
The point is to have a jury who can go in there, look at the jury instructions, listen to all of the evidence, and then make a determination.
During closing arguments, the prosecutor told jurors the people sitting in the gallery are not evidence. First Lady Jill Biden and other members of Hunter Biden's family were sitting in the front row. Defense attorney Abby Lowell said prosecutors failed to prove their case, arguing his client was not using or addicted when he filled out the federal background check form.
The argument that the defense made basically boils down to, well, if, he didn't actually have a crack pipe in one hand at the time he was filling out the form with the other hand, then he's innocent. He actually had to be using drugs at the moment he filled out the form.
The defense rested its case without calling Hunter Biden to the witness stand. Jury deliberations are set to resume Tuesday morning. Erica Brown, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
Now, if convicted, Hunter Biden faces up to 25 years in prison.
However, first-time offenders generally do not get close to the maximum.
Well, warm temps make it hard to stay hydrated in the summer, especially for children.
But there are a few creative ways to make sure your kids reach for a glass of water instead of a glass of soda.
About warm temperatures, but we do have showers in the forecast for Tuesday, along with a few storms in the afternoon. We'll time out the rain and show you when we might see some warm temps. That coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Senator Baldwin says I'm not from Wisconsin, but this was my childhood home. Graduated East High, became a Badger in '86, where I've had my company for over 20 years.
And this is where we live. It's our family home.
I'm a fourth-generation Wisconsinite. It made me who I am. If Senator Baldwin's not going to be honest with you about where I'm from, what makes you think she'll be honest with you about anything? I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
No matter where I seat my guests, they seem to like the kitchen best. A kitchen's the heart of the home. It should be warm and welcoming. It should be attractive and functional. But it can be a real challenge unless you come here where you can meet with a designer, find all of the products that you need, and trust the project to our carpenters, plumbers, and electricians. For kitchens, bathrooms, and other home improvements, put your trust in the Board Store Home Improvements. Contact us today.
What do we think? Burglary gone wrong? More like a chilling spree.
You see it all too often. When you don't take care and maintain your system, it's all too easy for problems to pop up when you need it the most.
It's hard to stay cool under pressure.
Proper service and maintenance is worth its weight in the cold.
I'm not a fan of having problems. What can you do?
Call G&T as soon as humanly possible.
Don't lose your cool this summer. Call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning today.
At Taco John's, we believe a better Taco Tuesday starts with better tacos. That means using 100% North American beef, cooking shells in-house daily, and a deal that makes you say, how are these only $1.29? Taco Tuesday is every Tuesday at Taco John's.
Now at Menards, get an 11% rebate on everything for your next project. Keep your walls and trim protected with Scotch Blue Painter's Tape. This multi-surface tape can be easily removed without leaving behind residue. 1-inch 60-yard rolls are only $3.99 after rebate. LeGrand allows you to charge your smart devices without needing bulky USB adapters and feature up to 40% faster charging. Right now, all stock outlets with USB ports are on sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A new study finds people who closely follow a planet-friendly diet of mostly fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can reduce the risk of premature death by nearly 1/3. At the same time, that diet can dramatically cut the release of greenhouse gases. The study analyzed dietary data from more than 200,000 women and men. It found eating a planet-healthy diet cut land use by 51%, greenhouse gas emissions by 29%, and fertilizer use by 21%, all while also extending lives.
Well, as temperatures rise, drinking enough fluids is one of the most important things you can do to prevent heat-related illness, especially for children who are vulnerable to dehydration. Signs of dehydration in children include dizziness, drowsiness, dry mouth, sunken eyes. To support a child's hydration, you should take water everywhere you go. And finding ways to make drinking water fun can also help get kids more interested in doing so.
Let them pick out their own water bottle. Let them decorate it with stickers so they take ownership of it.
Sherry says to add fruits, veggies, and herbs to the water to make it full of flavor without adding excessive amounts of sugar. She also says to avoid sports drinks unless the child is vigorously active in the heat, since food and water can replenish electrolytes without extra sugar. And limit use of juice and other high sugar beverages.
Yeah, and all those sparkling waters have made drinking water a lot more fun, too.
I can't say I've dabbled in the sparkling water game.
Like the LaCroix or anything like that?
No, I mean, I've tried that brand once and did not care for it.
I like to drink one, like, maybe at night. It makes you feel like you're having fun, but you're staying hydrated. It's a little bit more snazzier than just a regular glass of tap water.
See, we live very snazzy lives. Yeah. We're focusing on sparkling water. All right, well, Greg is focusing on some precipitation that could be coming our way tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm thirsty now. Yeah, you definitely might need the water come later in the Father's Day weekend and next week as we get more basically very warm and humid conditions too. But in the meantime, we're not seeing any of that. We still got the flood warning out in Wabasha probably through about Friday. It has crested at about 12.4. Minor flood stage is 12, so it's going to be a slow fall back. All the rest of the stations or gauges along the Mississippi are going to be in action or below, and they'll all begin to fall here shortly. But for us, we got really, it's going to be a dry morning commute. The noon kind of looks wet. We have a few storms to kind of track out for the PM commute, but isolated, widely scattered. Could be a few strong ones, but most areas will probably remain dry. And then if you want the 80s, they're back Wednesday, a little bit more humid, but then we have some more storms coming Wednesday night and Thursday, and that's another chance. Right now, that system that we're monitoring still is just in the central Dakotas right now, getting closer to the eastern side of Dakotas. That's going to ride the jet, kind of push east or dig southeastward throughout the night and tomorrow as you see it beginning to push there. So it will weaken as it gets here, but we're still going to expect that line of showers to come through, but not tonight. Tonight should remain dry. Increasing high clouds, the temperatures will hold back into the 50s. Some areas may get into the 40s, but we won't see any of those 30s pretty much. And here comes that line. It's trying to hold together just some light rain or showers as it pushes across the state line. Then eventually we'll see it probably by Eau Claire by about 9 to 10. La Crosse maybe about an hour later. And then pushing eastward, this is where it begins to even fall apart further. So areas as you go further east, probably will see less in the precipitation by noon. And then just a few lingering showers probably in the early afternoon hours. We're going to see a break especially further north. Here comes that front. You can see the wind change right there, right along Red Wing, and that, along with some daytime heating, is going to ignite a few showers and storms. It's be widely isolated, scattered throughout the afternoon, evening, and that'll begin to taper off as we get close to 8. Some of these could be strong, but for right now, I think a lot of areas will remain dry, but we're going to keep a track on those. And once we get past 9 or 10, everything should clear out and be a quiet night. The severe threat, given the limited amount of daytime heating, it's not a high threat, a marginal threat, so we could get those storms that are kind of, as we call it, sub-severe. You get about 50 to 60 mile-per-hour winds, up to nickel-sized hail, potentially in some of those as they push through. So we'll keep an eye, but right now the severe threat is low. A better chance of severe goes into Wednesday because we have this line that starts to develop right southern Minnesota. So the first round of showers and storms could develop in the afternoon, maybe touch western areas and then dive southward. But then we're going to see more complexes develop along this line, and they could be severe, hail eventually, and then maybe winds. And as everything pushes southeast, the good news is once we get past about 10 p.m., everything should be pushed far enough southeast out of the area. The rest of Wednesday night should be quiet after midnight, but we do have that opportunity for severe, a little bit higher risk. It's a slight risk given that, and I think initially it could be hail, but then as it begins to push further quickly, further in the night, as you saw it begin to dive southeast, that's when we could see maybe some gusty, strong, or severe winds. But for tonight, none of that right now. Should be dry, temperatures in the 50s. Then as we go out through tomorrow, we're going to see temperatures more in the 70s with the showers coming through around noon with a storm or two in the afternoon. Definitely will feel warmer coming Wednesday with a little more humidity, and the storms come in that night. A very fantastic Flag Day, really. I mean, it's going to be 81 with low humidity, and then a lot of question marks going to the weekend. Saturday looks good. Sunday looks so-so right now.
All right, we'll see how that translates later in the week.
Yes.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Brewers were back home tonight going to battle with the Blue Jays. Plus, the Loggers looking for a win at the Lumberyard, playing host to Wisconsin Rapids. Rob is up next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
I always knew that I wanted to be a mom, and choosing that it was the right time was just a really exciting moment. It turned out that my baby had a diagnosis that would be incompatible with life. It wasn't just that my baby wasn't going to survive, but I was at risk for hemorrhaging when I delivered. I met with my doctor and we went over the risks and benefits. I made a really informed decision, just like you would for any other procedure you're going to have. I'm a nurse, and I'm an example of a woman who had to have a procedure to be able to save my life and to not watch my baby die. And now Donald Trump supports laws that could take that procedure away across this country.
54 years they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it.
Without that procedure, I would not have been able to get pregnant again. But the good news is, a year later, I had my son. If Trump gets elected again, I fear for women.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Make some waves with Ultra Summer Cash Splash. Open a new Live Your Life spend account before June 22nd and get a $50 bonus. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Just make 20 debit card purchases within 60 days of opening your account and watch that $50 bonus fill your wallet. Plus, with cash back rewards, every purchase makes a splash. Don't miss out on the ultimate summer bonus. Open to ages 10 to 23. Open your account online today or at any Ultra office. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life. Federally insured by NCUA.
At River Valley Remodelers, we know that the bathroom is the most personal space in your house. That's why we don't come in with preconceived ideas or cookie-cutter installs. We'll sit down and talk with you about your needs and dreams. Whether it's a tub or shower or an entire bathroom design, we'll take the time to talk with you and get things just the way you want it. For a limited time, get a free shower door or a color upgrade with your shower purchase. So let's talk about the most personal room in your house. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Hilltoppers are still riding high from the state track event here in La Crosse, and a handful of their best are going to head out west. State champ Manny Putz headlining a special group of young men as they make their way out to Oregon this week to participate in the Nike Outdoor Nationals. Putz will be joined by Blake Bernstead, Max Erdman, Casey Barth, and Drew Simons as they look to represent Onalaska on our national stage. Bernstead will run the Open 800, Putz the Open 2 Mile, Erdman will compete in the triple jump, all with a chance to be called high school All-Americans. Staying on the high school side, I cannot wait for tomorrow. 2 of our area squads will take the field in Appleton for the state tournament. Both of them #1 seeds in their respective divisions, and they'll be looking to keep their seasons alive in the state semifinals. Aquinas back in the state tournament for the 2nd straight year. Completely different story for Oliva Strum. Cardinals making their first ever state tournament appearance in school history. They'll take on Pacelli tomorrow in the D4 state semifinal game. Aquinas will clash with Cumberland. Loggers back at the Lumberyard tonight taking on Wisconsin Rapids. The home team making some noise in the 2nd. Ryan Kucherak gives this one a ride to left field, and that ain't coming back. 2-run blast makes it 2-0 Loggers. And Lacrosse looking for more still in the 2nd. Gable Mitchell at the dish. He smacks a base hit up the middle. Loggers put up a 3-spot, take a 3-0 lead, but the Rafters respond in the 4th. Jorge Degodi finds the gap in right center. It's going to take a funny carom off the wall. Degodi heads to second base. First hit of the game for the Rapids. Later in the inning, Grayson Schaefer is going to send him home. He lines a base hit to left field. Rafters get on the board. Wisconsin Rapids puts up 5 unanswered. Loggers fall at home by a final of 5-3. Brewers back at home starting to set with the Blue Jays. Toronto taking the early lead thanks to Alejandro Kirk. A screamer to left gets out in a hurry. Blue Jays jump in front 1-0. But back come the Brewers. It's the rookie responding in a big way. Jackson Churio punches one out to left center for a solo shot. His 7th of the year, ties the game at 1. Willie Adames is going to add to it in the 4th. Willie sends this one to Walsall. A monster solo blast to left center. 417 off the bat. 10th of the year, puts Milwaukee in front. And Adames providing some insurance as well. Bottom 6, lifts one to shallow left. But Bryce Terang can fly. And that's deep enough for him to put the Brewers up by 2. Milwaukee opens the series with a win, 3-1. Twins back home taking on the Rockies. Chris Paddock getting some help. Royce Lewis laying out. Look at that, starting the 5-4-3 double play. Paddock goes 6 1/3, doesn't give up a run, strikes out 6. And here comes the offense in the 4th. Carlos Correa shooting one high and deep the other way. One hops off the wall in right center. Lewis is going to score to make it 2-0 Twins. Let's fast forward now to the 8th inning. It's 3-0 Twins, and Lewis showing he can do it all. He can play D. He can also hit some bombs. Lewis unloads on this one. An absolute, no doubt, 2-run shot to left center. 4th of the year, puts the Twins up 5 as they get the shutout win, 5-0. On the hardwood, it looks like a former Buck is headed back home to Milwaukee. Darvin Ham spent 3 years of his NBA career as a member of the Bucks before winding up in Milwaukee as an assistant coach from 2018 until 2022. Spent the last 2 seasons coaching LeBron and those Lakers before being let go back in early May. A wild day in the sports world with that situation with Danny Hurley staying in
Absolutely,
UConn.
yeah.
But it's good to see Darvin Ham back in Milwaukee.
The Bucks really did love him as an assistant.
Yeah.
He had a good relationship with the guys. And like you said, a former Buck in the early 2000s nostalgic era.
Absolutely.
Ray Allen, Sam Cassell.
Yep.
Those were simpler times.
They sure were.
I wonder if he's a ham too.
Oh boy. She's on a roll.
Is that joke?
You seem excited.
We're snazzy.
We're too snazzy for this right now.
We are having fun, but it's all business tomorrow in Appleton or Grand
right.
Chute, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Big day for Aquinas and Oliva Strum.
Fingers
I
crossed
can't wait.
for all 3 teams this week.
I cannot wait. It's going to be fun.
Thanks, Rob.
Good deal. We've got more news after this.
Working with Maxwell White was amazing. They were professional, answered all of my questions.
I give Maxwell White my highest possible recommendation.
Maxwell White did a fabulous job on our shower.
5-star plumbing service done right.
Every day, we get to know more about California multimillionaire Eric Hovde, a CEO whose bank makes millions at our seniors' expense. Hovde's bank even owns a nursing home being sued for elder abuse and wrongful death. No wonder Hovde said most seniors shouldn't vote. Listen.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Eric Hovde, a California CEO we can't trust to look out for our families. Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
At Union State Bank, we believe in empowering our young savers to dream big and achieve more. While the most important part of being a kid is being a kid, we encourage their parents to set them on a journey of financial success. The Junior Savings Account from Union State Bank is designed especially for kids up to age 18. A savings account for your kids is a crucial step in shaping their future and instilling valuable life skills. Take the next step and set your kids on the path towards a brighter and more secure financial future. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC.
Pilgrims is growing, and we want you to be part of a successful, stable, and safe company. We're offering higher wages and more pay incentives than ever before. Stop into our recruitment office any day to apply, or walk in on Wednesdays for an immediate interview. Help us feed the world while we provide you a safe work environment, stable and essential employment, and steady pay. Apply at pilgrims.com today or anytime at 502 West Main Street, Arcadia, Wisconsin.
Hey, bowling fans, ground-pounding horsepower returns to Recreation Park June 20th, 21st, and 22nd for the 49th Annual Budweiser Dairyland Super Nationals. Toma welcomes the National Tractor Pullers Association for 3 days of action-packed pulling on 2 tracks for 5 sessions of high-horsepower Grand National truck and tractor pulling. Tickets and more information available at tomatractorpull.com. Again, go to tomatractorpull.com for all the information you need. June 20th through 22nd, it's the Budweiser Dairyland Super Nationals, Recreation Park, Toma, Wisconsin. Be there.
Maxwell White celebrates servicing the La Crosse Coulee region for 30 years. Much has changed, but not our commitment to you. Providing local, honest, and quality plumbing repairs and solutions. That's Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Dogs are known as man's best friend, and this next best friend went above and beyond.
Just over a week ago in Oregon, a dog ran 4 miles to get help after his owner's truck went off the road and into a ravine. The dog made it back to their camp this morning.
And the local sheriff's office says family members went looking for the man but couldn't get to him because the terrain was so difficult. So authorities were able to pull him up several hundred feet later using a rope system.
Now there's no word on the man's condition, but the other dogs who were with him are okay.
So hoping the man recovers, of course, but
Yeah.
Definitely man's best friend going that distance just to
Yeah.
try and get help
They're
to come back for
instinctual.
him.
Yeah,
They are.
They know when something's up, and we've done plenty of stories where they're off to the rescue to save their owner.
Yeah, that's why I'm a dog lover.
Yeah, my cats would do it too.
They'd save you.
All right, we'll have another look at your forecast when we come back.
Here at The Y, we offer more than just a job. We offer the chance to make a difference in a fun, flexible environment where our mission and core values drive every decision we make. Join us in this amazing work. For specific positions and details, visit our website.
For over 40 years, La Crosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $1,050.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Summer fun along the Mississippi River in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. Imagine your trip to Prairie du Chien any way you'd want it to be. All of the views, all of the history, all of the fun. Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, a destination with it all, any way you'd like it to be. Discover more at prairieduchien.org.
Here at the Y, we offer more than just a job. Experience the personal satisfaction that comes from nurturing the potential of youth and teens, improving our community's health and well-being, and providing support to our neighbors. Join us in this amazing work.
All right, we have showers pretty much between about 10 a.m. and about 1 a.m. Won't be a much, but you'll probably need the umbrella that time. A few storms in the evening we'll keep an eye on. Wednesday, definitely going to get warmer, a little more humid, and then more storms Wednesday night and Thursday. Flag Day looks outstanding, 81 with low
Look at
humidity.
that, a 90 on Father's Day?
Yeah, it's going to get
goodness.
warm and humid. We're getting up to that period.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow.